So, new vlog. I'm in PRILEP, which is about an hour and 20 minutes from Bitola. Much more rural, absolutely fantastic bus journey. Lots of little mountains and hills and villages and cottages, and really, really beautiful. Anyway, I'm here to see some things up in that mountain there. There's an old town and all the other things associated with North Macedonia. So, very happy to be here, nice and warm. I'm on my way to my lodgings. Yay! PRILEP. A beautiful little mountain town surrounded by rugged, beautiful mountains, cottages. Everyone seems super chilled. It's almost palpable, the difference, even from a place like Bitola. It's wonderful. And that's where I'm staying, guest house Antica, so no worries. So they're just getting the room ready, so I'm going to go for a walk around and get some shopping. Awesome. Some beautiful old houses here. Very laid back, nice, generous, accommodating host. Old guest house, secure. And this was like 40 euros for 4 nights, so just over 10 euros a night, which is very good. The only difference is it's a shared kitchen and a shared bathroom, but a private room. So very good. So beautiful market street, pedestrianised, lots of shops. Got your Tinex, your Cam, all the goodies. It's lovely and warm here. It feels like it must be at least 20 degrees. Local produce. Wow, $3 a kilo for apples. Really decent. Hello. Pulses, spices. I do like to see a market. The world over. Oh, our produce is super cheap here. Sure. Not going to get too much until I see the size of the fridge and what the cooking utensils are like and stuff, but lots of tobacco as well. If that's what you're into, isn't it? Oh, the old abandoned mosque. It's the ruins of the old mosque dating back to 1475. Wow. Well, this must be the centre of the old bazaar. Wow, I'm in a good place where I'm staying. They didn't rebuild, eh? And then we've got PRILEP Clock Tower. What a lovely place. Gonna have to try some birek, I think. So why did I come to PRILEP? Because it is in the middle of nowhere and it's surrounded by these beautiful mountains. And there's a thing here called Markos Towers, which just looks like a fantastic walk. It's only about an hour and a half out of town, and there's also some monasteries up in the hills. So I'm only here for 4 nights, but I'm going to make sure that I get out and see a few of these places. Although saying that, the weather might change, so fingers crossed. But it's like a village, which is beautiful. A different part of North Macedonia, a different style of living. So here we got beautiful PRILEP town square. And those mountains in the distance there, those really odd looking man-made mountains, are where all the interesting things are. I can see a Millennium Cross up there and lots of paths. So I'm really looking forward to going for a walk up there and seeing the views and stuff. PRILEP town square. Oh, it's pretty compact. Awesome. So this fantastic statue here is the monument to King Markos, 1335 to 1395. Awesome looking. Stoutness to it. This is what I'm talking about, the monument of nature, Markos, the mountains around the town. There's lots to see and do here. Lots of good paths as well. Lots of fantastic wildlife. Lots of beautiful trees. It looks like an old wall of a church or a mosque. But then of course over here you've got the statue of the dude who Macedonians love, is much contested, Alexander the Great. (356 to 323 BC). Awesome. So I've chosen something a little bit less greasy than a birrick. I've got lots of beautiful pastry, cheese and olives. It's delicious. Oh my god, substantial. And that was 40 dinars, which is just over $1 Australian. So given PRILEP's geographical proximity to Greece and the Balkan areas in general, it's had a varied history. It's had Greek tribes, Macedonian influence, Roman influence, Ottoman influence, etc, etc, depending on who was in power and in empire at different times in history. So that's why it's such a varied place. As I look around, there's churches and mosques and ruins, and it's pretty awesome. So PRILEP North Macedonia, well, it's been an eventful few days, that's for sure. Had a bad accident the other day. Fell off a table I was dancing on. Broke my nose, got 2 black eyes, loads of stitches because the table apparently had a glass tabletop. But anyway, that was the hostel party. So it's going to be no footage of me for a few days, so I'll just show you beautiful Macedonia. This is the Markos hill with the Millennium Cross up the top there. It looks spectacular, covered in grass and trees. But today I'm on the way to the amphitheatre. So this is the Varosh, the old town section of PRILEP. So as we go up the hill towards Markos Towers, this is where people lived, I would say originally, because this is where the old churches are, and maybe just to catch the breeze, you know, because apparently it's very hot in PRILEP during the summer. I can smell the wood smoke from the wood fires, and yeah, it's been an amazing temperature change. It was really warm the first day, like 20 degrees, and then boom, cold front come through, lots of rain. So this is the old church of St Peter and St Paul. Got that terracotta and mortar construction, and obviously the new addition, a lot of which I've seen in North Macedonia. Can't find too much information about it online, but it's obviously been here a long time. Commanding view. Beautiful countryside. So that's the Church of St Nicholas. Unfortunately, they're all closed. So I don't know whether they're only open for services, but fantastic inside from what I've seen on Google Maps. Onto the amphitheatre. You get the picture with the church. It says a lot up high. Church of St Demetrius. Well, it's a little bit different to how I expected. It's obviously been heavily restored or rearranged or whatever, and I'm not sure what era or what civilization it belongs to, but there's some old stone carvings here which definitely look, I don't know, Roman or whatever, you know, from the sort of materials. Some columns, and I guess this is where the seating was, looking down over the hill beyond, I guess. So yeah. So anyway, just some general information. The city of PRILEP is the capital of the Macedonian tobacco industry, and the city was the capital of the medieval kingdom of kings of Varosh and Markos, which explains a large number of churches and monasteries in and around the city. And the so-called Markos towers up the top there was the old fortress. And this particular site dates back to 200 BC, back to the Hellenistic period. So there we are, all filled in with information. Awesome. Apparently these are remnants of marble seating, and it was indeed, as I guessed, benches over that side with views of the town. And finally we've got the newly built, well, it looks much newer than the other ones, the Church of St. Paraskeva. So it is indeed a town of churches. So the rain's buggered off, and I'm in the park of the Revolution, where there is also the mound of the undefeated. So another day in PRILEP. I don't want to do any hiking yet because of my broken nose and black eyes. My vision is not the best, so could have a small look from a distance. Hello. So yeah, it's real, so be careful when you travel. Anyway, so no doubt these are all heroes of the Republic. Anyway, let's see if we can get a viewpoint somewhere. Well, there's some great views, snowy mountains, hilly backdrop all around, beautiful fields of daisies, really gorgeous. Let's go and find the main monument. Oh, how pretty. Oh, we're about to summit. So it's hard to tell really what those mountains are in the background. They're huge snow range mountains, but I'm guessing it's Pelista National Park, which is towards Bitola. I'll just give you a swing round. So this is a monument of the undefeated in beautiful park, and there's Markos towers in the background, and in between the little V is where the actual fortress was. And there's a beautiful monastery over there for Archangel Micheal as well, which I hope to get to once my vision clears up a bit. It's a pretty nice place, and it's very refreshing in the sunshine to be out for a walk, for sure. You kind of remind me of chess pieces. Like the beautiful rough carved granite, they're almost like blocks of salt. Very beautiful to touch. So there's also a bird park here, but all the gates are open and the birds have fled, so not sure about the bird park. But you know, it's the mystery, isn't it? The mystery box. So just past that park, the edge of town, railway track running close, and a big cam market on the edge of town. So I've booked another week to recover in PRILEP, get me stitches out, all that type of thing. So it's just going to be short days chilling out until the swelling goes down and I can see, I guess. So out for a walk today, going to go up and test out some of the paths in the hills. see how it's drying out, what it's like. So we're at the base, you can see all the mountains all around. There's a bit of fly tipping here. Try not to look at the garbage, but this is the Markos Tower. Huge clusters of boulders and higgledy-piggledy geology. So you can clearly see some fortifications built between those little two ridges there and here. And just along here we've got Elephant Rock. Look at this mountain range in the background. Spectacular view. As far as I can work out, as I said the other day, I think that's Pallister National Park. And got the town of PRILEP. And these beautiful hills in the background. Every now and again I can hear a thunderous explosion. I'm guessing there's a lot of quarries over in the background here. So yeah, it's an awesome area. Very peaceful up here as well. Well, I'm kind of guessing that is the trunk of Elephant Rock. It's a little seating area, some pools. Rather nice. And you can, it looks like people drive right up until very close to Elephant Rock, and then the walk to Markos Tower carries on up the hillside there, which is where I'm going next. This is a great path, by the way, if you ever want to walk up here. It's well, you can cycle up here, I guess, most of the way. It's like crushed granite and sand, so even though it was been raining for a few days, it's completely dry. Wow, what views. Reminds me of Scotland almost, or Wales. But it is North Macedonia. Millennium Cross up there. So this is the other side of Markos Tower, it's the other side of the hill from PRILEP. Not too shabby. So we're up by the fort now, Markos Towers. So just coming to have a look at one of these towers. It looks like a kind of a bunker over there. Maybe there was some lookout posts modified for different wars, for surveying the surrounding area. I'm guessing these are the tower structures which peep above the top of the rocks, give a commanding view of the lands under reign by the various kings. Beautiful construction. Oh, wow, fantastic breeze. So there's lots of different structures, little bits of fortification, steps, walls on the way up, and we're nearly at the top. So that is the top point, and that is the Millennium Cross. Fantastic views. Beautiful North Macedonia. Top stuff. What a spot. This feels pretty safe coming up here, but yeah, vision's almost back to normal, so beautiful. How they got all the parts for that cross up here, I'll never know. Anyway, time for some Birrick, I think. A nice slow walk back to town. So still in lovely PRILEP, another beautiful day, slowly healing up, and I'm on my way for a walk up to the monastery of the Archangel St Micheal. So we're up in the Varosh in the old town, and this statue of Markos, that hill being Markos Tower from the other day, is where we start the path up to St Micheal's Monastery. Such a gorgeous day, it's so clear, nice gentle cooling breeze blowing, awesome. So we have arrived much quicker than I thought. I think it's still like a 45-minute walk from town, from the river, but it's such a nice walk, it seems relatively quick. Oh, snow-capped mountains, beautiful old churches, monastic buildings. So apparently the monastery and church are home at the moment to just nuns and cats, and they don't allow any photography inside, so I shall respect that and go and have a look and give you my impressions after. But it's a spectacular place, nestled in between a kind of a corner in the mountain. So there is a car parking space if you want to drive up. It is a really beautiful building. The chapel has been restored, but you can just make out some fantastic paintings on the wall depicting Archangel Micheal. The buildings inside are similar to the structures there, sort of wood and stone. It's all beautifully restored. There was a nun standing outside, welcomed me, so I went in, had a look around. It's a simple place, but kind of, you know, the feeling of peace and serenity, I guess. But well worth a visit to experience it. Important part of Macedonian culture, North Macedonia. To take in some fantastic views, the countryside. PRILEP, the tobacco growing capital of North Macedonia, no less. Apparently there is a tobacco museum here as well. So there's lots to do and see. They have fishing contests here, four-wheel drive and motocross championships throughout the year, beer festival. So yeah, it's a great town. Anyway, that was the monastery. Beautiful. So anyway, just a brief biblical note. Apparently Archangel Micheal cast Satan and his demonic angels out of heaven. So I was just wondering what it was all about. So yeah, I noticed on the pictures in the actual monastery that all the eyes of men had been scraped out. You know, the paintings had been erased, kind of thing, or the eyes scratched out. So yeah, it's always intriguing, the things you see. So anyway, I think it's time for some lunch. Another day in sunny PRILEP. So another beautiful day in PRILEP. Just heading out of town, the other way to Markos Towers, and I'm heading up to the Monastery of St Demetrius. I've just passed through the last of the town. I'm going to go through a little town called Seltzi and then head up to see the monastery. really I'm just going up there because it's the start of a hiking area, so it's a good point to walk to enjoy the day. And it is a gorgeous day. Apparently there's a cold snap coming in a few days. The temperatures are going to drop by 15 degrees. Some winds from the Arctic are going to pass through the Balkans, so as I always say, make the most of it. Beautiful hills, orchards, farmland, glorious. So I think this total walk is about an hour and 10 minutes, an hour and 15. Stopped at the baker's to get a snack on the way. The rocks and boulders and geological features just look amazing. The mountains at the background, Markos Tower there, and then of course the city of PRILEP. It's absolutely gorgeous. Yay! Go North Macedonia. So I think I'm about 40 days into my visit to North Macedonia now, and it has been awesome. A remarkable place. The natives are out. Plenty to eat. Anyway, so who was Saint Demetrius, you may be asking? Well, he was a Saint Demetrius of Thessalonica, died 306 AD, was a 4th century Christian martyr and Roman military leader, highly revered as a great martyr and protector of Macedonia and Thessaloniki. So, a kind of an army saint, protector of the faith. So I didn't know such saints existed, so I suppose if the Archangel Micheal threw down Satan and his demonic angels, then I suppose he was a bit of a military man as well, wasn't he? So passion to protect the faith. So this is it, the entrance into the monastery. I probably won't venture inside today. I think I'm just going to take in the general ambience of it all. Maybe sit on a bench and eat my snack and drink some water. But it's a beautiful spot, that's for sure. So I've got a Kalamata olive breadstick with lots of sesame in it. It's absolutely delicious. Washed down with a litre of water. Perfect walking fuel. Yummo. Lovely spot to have a rest. So all these places are drivable, obviously. Don't have to walk everywhere, but it's a nice place. Beautiful complex of monastic buildings. The fathers up there doing the whippersnipping. Beautiful. So up behind the monastery of St Demetrius is a myriad of paths all snaking through the pine forests. It's absolutely beautiful. I'm going to head back to town. I don't want to get too exhausted because I want to use all my energy to heal up my wounds from my accident. So yeah, but if you're a keen hiker, you could spend time exploring here for sure. It's absolutely wunderbar, as they say. Very nice landscape. Anyway, I'm refueled. I'm going to head back down to town and see what the rest of the day brings. Do you call tabletop dancing an accident. Well, I suppose it was an intentional act. But then the accident happened, so yeah, I'll call it an accident. Anyway, yeah, so there's lots to do around PRILEP. It's just a matter of researching. If you look on Google Maps on default, you don't get the detail. You have to kind of really go onto the terrain version to see all the little monasteries and paths and places you can visit, because some of these only have like 1 or 2 likes, so they just don't stand out. So it's well worth investigating what's around wherever you are in the world. So I just thought I'd give you a quick update on the living arrangements. So I moved into this apartment yesterday. It's one of those shared jobbies, but look at this fig tree. Super abundant with figs. There's cherry trees, there's beautiful grapevines, miniature gardens. Look at that for a cherry tree. Incredible. Anyway, it's a lovely residential neighbourhood. So got my room, sort of a couch, sofa bed. It's really comfortable anyway. Table, big heating unit. It's quite cold at the moment. The northern winds came down. It's about 12 degrees, but super sunny. Normal shared bathroom, washing machines. So if you come to North Macedonia, there's a whole range of options. But this is a jewel in the crown, really. Massive TV, cable channels, dining area, and a great big kitchen. Old stove, wood fire, air fryer, fridge, blah blah blah. So this place was €76.50 for 6 nights, so incredibly good value. So a Sunday morning in PRILEP. Not much open, a few select supermarkets, but there's a few bakers open in the centre of town. Icy cold wind fluttering the Macedonian flag there, the North Macedonian flag. A few relics of antiquity in the square here. Lovely sculptures, but I just went and got some birek. I don't know whether this is a birek, it's more like a pie. It's yellow cheese and spinach. I did think it was all spinach actually, but you know, that's the way it is. And of course the ever popular probiotic milk drinks, which you see all over the Balkans. That is the memorial of the defenders of PRILEP. Beautiful mountains in the background. All the fountains in town work, by the way. It's not many towns you go to where all the fountains work, but they do here. So here we have the Church of the Holy Metamorphosis. I just stumbled across this place as I was having a walk. Fantastic tower, beautiful buildings. There's a whole complex of buildings here. Oh wow, what a glorious looking little enclosure. You know, if it's a Sunday, so I'm not going in, but just thought I'd come for a look. So just having a quick walk around the old town before I head back. Lots of dogs enjoying the sunshine today. I know I started off with some footage of this place when I first arrived, the old burnt out mosque, and then this clock tower, but as someone pointed out to me, that is a leaning tower. Apparently the leaning tower of Pisa is not very high, but that tower has got easily discernible lean, and it doesn't look like it's bolstered in any way, but yeah, so there you go. Some people call it the clock tower, but some people call it the watch tower, so maybe it was once like an outpost for just looking for attackers and such. So I'm just on my way to the bus station to find about a departing bus in a couple of days' time. Today is my 1 year anniversary. I left Australia 1 year ago. Loads of countries, loads of adventures. update on the medical situation. Tried to go to the hospital yesterday to get the stitches removed from my cuts and stuff, and I just couldn't fathom out how to use the system. There was like no reception, none of the systems that I'm used to, so I just got a pair of tweezers and scissors and just removed the stitches myself and dressed the wounds and stuff. So anyway, that saved a lot of hassle and a lot of waiting around. So anyway, let's go and check out the bus station, get some buses booked. So plenty of buses, really helpful staff. So I feel like I've been sitting around for a while, but I guess that's, that's the beauty of when you travel for a long time, you know. Not in any rush. I suppose the only thing I've been thinking about is where to go during June, July and August. Number one, to watch a World Cup, and number two, so that I'm not paying peak season Western prices. So it shall all unfold. There's so many options, but it looks like the further east I go, the kind of more affordable everything is. So last day in beautiful PRILEP. Just come up to my favourite park. I've been coming here every day because the views are so nice, and it's just such a nice place to experience the spring and the oncoming summer. It's gorgeous, very peaceful place. So apparently just across the road is a German military graveyard or cemetery, so I'm going to go and have a quick look at that, and then I think I'm going to finish up. Got my ticket booked for tomorrow, so yep, just about done and dusted in PRILEP. So here we are, Krieger Friedhof, established 1918, and this cross in front of me here is 1914 to 1918, so it's definitely the First World War. Let's have a look. Beautiful views of the mountains and views over PRILEP, which is also one of the reasons I came here. So people born in the 1800s who died in the First World War. And apparently the president of the First Weimar Republic is buried here as well. So it is a historical place indeed. And as I said to someone the other day, it's funny, like I've seen so many films about history and battles, to actually come and pay my respects to the people who lost their lives in the wars, and to see, you know, the real history is it's quite moving actually. Strange thing to put on a vlog maybe, but there you go. Beautiful Markos towers. God, I've really enjoyed my time here. It's been a strange mixed bag, but fantastic place. North Macedonia is a beautiful, beautiful place to spend some time. So it's that time again. Just booked me ticket to the next place in North Macedonia, and I'm in the main square. It's going to be a scorcher of a day, so I'm going to go for a walk and then chill out. But this is the end of the PRILEP vlog, and how eventful has it been here? I've been here nearly 3 weeks. But it's been fantastic. Every day looking at these beautiful mountains, enjoying the scenery generally, and just the chilled vibe of PRILEP. So I will see you on the next vlog, which will also be in North Macedonia. Peace and love everyone. Have a great day wherever you are.